So hey everybody, tonight it's after work. I'm going to be on the road tomorrow, so I can't work tomorrow morning. So I'm on the welding the torque box. So right here, it's all screwed in. It's exactly where it's got to go. I've done my measurements. I know that that's where it's supposed to be. So measure 20 times and then weld once. So I've had that out so I could do the firewall patch, and that's all welded in. I got it all primered in the back side of it, and it's all good to go. So now I'm going to start welding this thing together. And I've checked from this side in the torque box mount to this side on the torque box mount. And I have a gauge here, this gauge right here that it came with, that was bolted in when I got the car. And I put that back in, and it's perfect. It's 40.5. My holes are 40.5. The gauge is 40.5. Can't beat that. So the height is good, 23.5 to 23.5, and 14.5 to 14.5. So everything's square and ready to go. Got 18.5 on the floorboards and torque box to the ground. So everything I know is level. So on both sides, I'm the exact same size. So this thing's ready to weld in. So I'm going to get after it tonight, get it welded in, and then we'll move on to the rocker panel. So I'm really excited to get this part done, because then I got to work on other things up here to make sure this car is solid. So I'm getting there. Just got to keep going. That's all there is to it. Here I go. I'm not going to grind in here because I can't get my grinder next to that screw without tearing my flap wheel up. So I got it drilled in there really good, so I think it should go. If I get anywhere outside that, it'll pop at me like crazy. So I'm going to try to stay right in that center and see how it turns out. That sounded pretty good. Nice and solid. I'm welding, good solid 18 gauge material here to 18 gauge material here. So I'm able to turn the heat up, and I'm not just going through sheet metal or thin sheet metal, like old body panel stuff. So get a good hot weld. So this hole right here is the bottom mount for the fender. So this thing's got to be rock solid. You don't want your fender moving or the front of the car moving. So this is a really important one. We got a hole here, and we got one back here that the fender mounts to. So it's got to be really good. And I think it looks good, nice and solid. I'm getting low on gas, so I'm probably gonna have to stop early tonight and go get some gas. So that's a nice circular burn in. Yeah, that turned out really good. So I'm going to put some screws down along this bottom right here, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I've screwed this in all the way along here and on this flap over here, right here. So I got good solid stuff between this extension and this torque box. Yeah, I would not have liked to try to take this apart after I welded it. There was only like 3 spot welds or 4 spot welds across there. Same thing up here. All right, she's welded in. Okay, so I finished. Ooh, got harsh light there. Okay, so I finished up welding these panels together: the torque box, the rocker extension, and the firewall. So I've got those all wrapped up, inside, outside. I got a little bit of dressing to do over here where I just welded that, but I'm tired, ready to go home. So in essence, this panel is complete. So this torque box, all good. And I'm ready to dress it up, paint it up, I got to get some touch-ups done on the firewall here. And then I want to take it from right here down, get it in 2-part epoxy. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Really excited to move on and get that rocker panel in. So that's my next step. Let's get that rocker panel done. So thanks for